Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, everyone. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Working here tonight out of the heat of Texas here at Texas Motor Speedway. Looking there at Matt Mars in the number 12 machine as he comes around here. Working on coming out of the corner out of Lobelville, Tennessee. He finishes up his qualifying. We get set to rock and roll here tonight. Hopefully everything sounds okay. Let me know otherwise here as we get set to rock and roll, as we said here from Texas. This is the final for season number 1. We'll see if we can get a hold of the point standings here as they finish up qualifying. All right, driver standings right now. William Gay is out front with 479. Joe Spillman in second with 436. Ryan Peters with 434. Chase Batsko with 410. Graham Connolly there in fifth in points with 272. So that is the updated points. As of right now, if everything works out, got about 14 drivers that have qualified. Got about another 4 that are sitting in the wings. We'll see if they come out. That's Jay Davis, Steven Stepinski, PJ Wetline, Matt McDonald. And I hope everything is okay. I don't know if how much wind and stuff I got blowing around here due to the fans running here in the booth. Hopefully it's not too noisy or it's bad to worry about. We're going to find out here real fast, though. All right. sounds like we're okay with the sound of the fans and everything running in the background for me to keep cool. I would say Hammond coming out for warm-ups. There you see the 113 of William Gay, or I'm sorry, no, 74 of William Gay, 113 of Hammond. All right, here we go. Getting on with tonight. Sounds like we got everything situated just right. Coming on down through here, out of turn number 4, down into corner number 1 now. Is that 113 of Hammond. Daryl Whitford up here in the 42, sitting about 4th at this rate now. Donald Ray, as he comes around, we've got a lot of drivers out here. Matt Mars in the number 12, William Gay, as we said, in the 74. Graham Connolly in that number 71. Got Shane Griffin out here in the 11. Working on pit stop entry. Hammond up there. Davis there in the 317. Skating it on through. Hang on to it. Skates it on more. Works it on out of the corner. And he'll lose it down into the infield this time. Coming there out of 4. Clay Sarton brings around a good time there off the top side down here in the corner number 1. There's your best time so far in warm-up. Clay Sarton really laying it down out there with a 30.450 in that Toyota. Nigel Steely out there in the number 81 Toyota. Working there in second fastest right now with a 30.740. Catching on Sarton, no, down there on the inside of the roll here off of 4. Back down across the stripe down here. It's going to be the 81 of Nigel down across there. Coming off pit road. We're trying to see, I think, Matt Morrison down there on the apron coming out, that 07. Driver getting what little bit they can. The 8th place driver there, Wetland, having some problems. Everything Whitford coming back across. A lot of drivers having a great time so far. As you're here with On the Pole from Fleeger Farm TV here tonight. See where the excitement is. There you see the 113 of Ronald Hammond coming down there in the corner number 1. That working there off of 2, down that back stretch. Up there along the top side, that's the 81 there. Now you see the 317 of Davis. Some drivers opting not to come out right now. Hoping they got the cars feeling right. This is a fixed setup league, so if you're curious on that, it is fixed setups. So these drivers all running the same setup, so they all got to kind of bring the driver to the car instead of the car coming to the driver almost. Out here in the corner number 1, they go. And that'll do it for a warm-up. Race information for tonight looks like this. We're here with the Xfinity Series from FMA. And I see that it's not working here on your end once again. Let's see if we can get this to cooperate. Ah, man. All right. Come on now. Well, we got 104 degrees as a track temperature with 77 degrees as your ambient temperature, 56% humidity, clear skies, 12-mile-per-hour winds. That is your race forecast here for tonight. See if we can go and get the grid to come up here. And it don't want to come up. Ah, man. All right, give us a moment here as we try to figure this out. Chase Matsko starting on pole. Clay Sarton there in second. William Gay third. Ryan Peters there in fourth. Graham Connolly fifth. Matt Morrison there sixth. Donald Ray in seventh. Ronald Hammond there eighth. Matt Mars in ninth. Mike Rowland there in 10th. Nigel Steele there in 11th. Shane Griffin in 12th. In 13th tonight, it's going to be starting the 41 of Joseph Spillman. Daryl Whitford there in 14th. Jay Davis 15th. P.J. Whitland there in 16th. Matt McDonald there in 17th. And Steven Stefanski there in 18th. Getting ready for that green flag here shortly. Pace car rolls off. Let's see if we got anything here yet. Okay, nothing. Let's see here then. Working on down through here, trying to get our grid up. As it's done disappeared on me again. All right, so I don't have a scoring tower, nor do I have... Ah, man, here we go, around the racetrack tonight. Currently trying to figure out who's leading this, which... We're struggling here for some reason with the SDK live timing. Trying to get it up. Okay, there we go. Got it up on my end. Then we got Sarton out front. Matsko there in second. William Gay there third. As they work on down through here. There we go. Now we're back running. Clay Sarton out front in at number 66. Chase Matsko there in second. Running a weirdly painted machine here tonight. Looks like it's a part of Bob Ross almost. He heads down through off the corner. Matt Morrison back here in fourth. He heads there off the corner, heading back down through on the backstretch. William Gay there third. Chase Matsko there in fourth, in second. Everybody's still heading along here. You see Wentland there in 11th, Mike Rowland there in 12th, Darrell Whitford falling back there in the 13th. Now possibly 14th. Joseph Spillman gets underneath him there in that number 41. Hanging it down in the corner number 1. They go into 2. Whitford falls back into 14th. Going to possibly fall another one there to Davis. Davis is now there on the inside. Can he make a run down here into corner number 3? Looks like he will. They worked on down off of 3 and 4. Heading out onto that front stretch now. Back around. Looking real good so far. Everybody doing what they need to. Brett Morrison there in fourth. Ryan Peters there in fifth. There you see Matt Mars. There you got them side by side. The 81 going underneath the 19. That is a battle for 7th and 8th between Donald Ray and Nigel Steely as they work down here in the corner number 1 after coming through that front stretch. Hanging on to what they can here as they work off the corner, down through, off the 2, down onto the backstretch, side by side. There you see the 19 of Ray up there on the outside. Graham Connolly now getting in the mix there. There you see the 113 of Ronald Hammond. He's in the mix there as well as they all work through here. The leaders haven't really changed much as we watch this battle back here from about 7th to 11th. Working down there across the stripe. This seems to be where the tight racing is. As Graham Connolly's back here in about 6th. Down on the inside, going underneath the Donald Ray, down here through turn 1 and 2. Back out here on to the backstretch. Donald Ray there in 7th. Matt Mars there 8th. Nigel Steely there in 9th. Ronald Hammond there in 10th. This is P.J. Wentland down there. I'm up there on the outside lane. Or no, I'm sorry. Now he dropped down to the inside there. That number 38 nationwide machine. And he rolls up there between the 113 here at a lap number 11 of the 80 for the distance tonight. Clay Sarton in front. Chase Matsko there in second. Here comes that 74 of William Gay. He's getting right on the bumper of Matsko as they come rolling off of turn number 2, heading down that backstretch. Where will Gay go? Will he be able to make a run at Matsko? We'll have to be seen as they work down through here. We got one of each make in the top 3 here. We got a Toyota leading at Ford in second and a Chevrolet there in third. Then they're kind of still got them mixed up there. They come through 4 through 6. Chevrolet in 4th, Toyota 5th, Ford in 6th. As they're all working down through here, looking to see where the excitement is. As we still got them battling out through the middle of the pack. They're about the 9th position there as we watch the 12 of Matt Mars try to get around the 81 of Steely. Out here through the corner. And now Mars goes up there to the outside. Working there back onto the front stretch. Down through here across the stripe. Out front, it's still Clay Sarton with Chase Matsko there in second. William Gay there in third. Some drivers try to make something happen back there. You see that 317 of Davis trying to get up there to Griffin. And I think the 716 is on pit road. And come rolling off here. Back across that stripe on the front stretch. Graham Connolly there in 6th. Brian Peters there 5th. Matt Morrison there in 4th. There you see that machine there of Chase Matsko rolling along. Interesting, as we said, an interesting paint scheme there on the front end of that machine. Graham Connolly brings that number 71 down there to the inside of Ryan Peters. Or I'm sorry, no, Donald Ray. Sorry. Ryan Peters is up here a little bit in that number 5 machine. There, Graham Connolly there going underneath that number 19. Donald Ray, as Donald Ray tries to hang on to it there on the top side in that Bass Pro Shops sponsored machine as they work down through onto the front stretch once again. The 716 now on the back stretch. Shane Griffin on pit road at number 11. Unsure what the issue is for that machine as they all work off of turns number 2 back onto the back stretch. You're seeing the 74 William Gay now up to third. Graham Connolly down on the inside still has that battle going on there with Donald Ray, who was outside, but he's got people there. He's got Nigel Steely on his back bumper that come down through the front. And it looks like we only have 2 Fords in the field besides the number 3 as Steven Stepanowski. Steven Stepinski, which he's currently out. Don't see him here on track. Clay Sarton up there in front. Chase Matsko there second. William Gay there third. Matt Morrison there fourth. Ryan Peters fifth. Graham Connolly there sixth. Donald Ray in seventh. Nigel Steely there eighth. Matt Mars ninth. PJ Wentland there in 10th. As they work here down off the corner. Down here onto the backstretch. Everybody single file as they head on down through, trying to find us the battles going on. There you see Joseph Spillman in the 41, here up in the 12. Up a spot from where he started. Mike Rowland, tough break for him so far as he's down 3 spots from where he started. Matt McDonald, he's up 1 spot. All right, there goes Matsko. He's looking to the inside, cannot quite get there yet. As we're on lap number 20 of the 80, heading down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Heading back out here onto the front stretch, William Gay back here in third. Morrison there fourth. Peters there fifth. Graham Connolly here in sixth. The drivers look like they're having a decent time out here tonight in these Xfinity cars. Here comes the 41 of Spillman. He's going to see if he can get up there to the corner and does so. He's going to now battle him in there for that 11th spot as he goes down here to the inside through turn number 2. Onto that backstretch. Gets there. Can he complete it? Looks like he very well may. As that 6 now gets down there. That's Mike Rowland. He's going to try to get underneath, and she does. Bringing with him the 42, Whitford. Whitford going up a lane here to the top side as Rowland's down there on the inside. Still trying to figure out who's going to come out here through this and prevail in this battle. It looks like it's going to be Hammond for that lap. But Rowland's still battling down there on the inside as they come here through 1 and 2, back out onto the front stretch. Clay Sarton there in first. Chase Matsko there second. Matt Morrison there in third with William Gay fourth. Ryan Peters fifth. Graham Connolly there sixth. Donald Ray in seventh. Nigel Steely there eighth. Matt Mars there ninth. PJ Wentland there in 10th. As they work on down through here. 23 of 80 here on the board. Everybody works here off the corner. Down here through the start-finish line comes P.J. Wentland there in that number 10, or number 10th spot, sorry. He's running the number 38 Nationwide sponsored machine. Quarter of the way through the race, I forgot to mention that there at lap number 24 out of Scranton, PA is P.J. Wentland. Saxburg, PA for Chase Matsko. Matt Morrison here out of Redding, California. Clay Sarton there in the 66 out front, doing a great job holding these guys off so far. But we got the way FMA is set up. They have to make 2 pit stops. There's no way around it. There has to be 2 pit stops to make it to the end. As we see the number 12 of Matt Mars on pit road right now, getting service. Clay Sarton coming around. That's going to put Matt Mars a lap down. Everybody, here comes the 81 of Steely. So it looks like we're coming into our first round of pit stops. And now, here comes Matt Morrison up in the second. Getting around Chase Matsko. Matt Morrison just kind of biding his time, trying to save the tires as best he can in that Menards number 7. He's doing a great job so far, biding his time, getting up here, waiting for his chance to strike, per se, as he works down here in the corner number 3 and, 1 and 2. As more drivers hit pit road, Joseph Spillman coming in, Wetland coming in, him and, whoa, getting a little loose as he works his way off. Rowland and Spillman coming in. Sarton now looks like he's going to make it on the pit road. Chase Matsko's coming in, along with Ryan Peters. That's going to put Donald Ray up there on the outside, going to go around. Matt Morrison's going around. Ryan Peters coming around. And as we've heard some of these drivers talk, like we heard them talk last Wednesday night during the Gen 4 Cup race, getting these pit stops in the right amount of time is the key here sometimes during these FMA races, because if you pit too early, you have trouble keeping it, but if you pit too late, you might not have enough to catch back up. So there's a window you have to try to be in to keep yourself competitive throughout the night. Otherwise, you'll be at one end or the other of the whole grid. And now Ryan Peters up front, Darrell Whitford out front, Matt Morrison pit road along with Donald Ray. I'd look to see the 5 come this time, which looks like he's going to. As Whitford, he looks like he's going to come this time too. As he's off the pace, heading down there on the pit road. Morrison coming out. If he hangs on to it, he could be your leader, but he won't. Clay Sarton's going to get around him. Chase Matsko, that's going to be iffy here. Chase Matsko comes down there in the corner number 3 and 4. He's got to the inside there. Matt Morrison. Morrison trying to get back up to speed as they work here off the front stretch now. Matsko's got more of the speed built up. Morrison's now to the outside trying to just stay with him. He's probably going to let Matsko go and slide in there behind just like that and let his car kind of come back up to speed, build up, back up to where he needs it as the 81 of Nigel Steely's there behind him. Morrison doing a great job as well as Steely. Our biggest mover, though, is PJ back here in about 8th position. He's got himself up there working at 38 into that top 10 very nicely so far tonight as he's up 9 positions from where he started. Biggest loser of the night, that's going to be Ryan Peters so far, as he's down 6 positions from where he started there in the number 5, currently sitting there in 10th. Here at lap 31 as they come down off of turn number 4. You see Morrison there in 3rd. Matsko up there in 2nd, trying just to stay with Sarton. It's going to probably get interesting. If we stay green like this, it's going to get interesting to see exactly how these pit stops play out. Who's going to be able to save those tires the best? Who's going to get those tires to work for them? They keep it working up through here. Down through the front stretch goes 26, down into corner number 1, looking to the inside. He's making a run there, and Sarton, can he make it happen? Here at lap number 33 down that back stretch. Graham Connolly crashed. McDonald crashed. Take a look at the yellow flag here, our first of the night. Well, what the? All right, Graham Connolly, what hocus pocus stuff are you playing here? Now we're watching the 716 down here on the bottom of the apron. I think he's just trying to let some of the leaders by. Has to come around the pit road cone, so he comes back up onto the racetrack. Ends up losing it a little bit. Gets up in there. And I'm trying to figure out, oh, there comes Graham. Oh, no! Graham just punts him. As he was off pace. Take a look here from the gyro cam. Oh, no. Oh, that is not what you want there. Graham coming there off of corner number 4. He's going to go to the outside thinking he's going to keep it down. And all of a sudden, that 716 comes up into Graham's lane. Oh, man. That is not, I repeat, not what you want to happen. So now that's going to really get things gooped up here. As we're 10 laps into some of these guys' fuel run. William Gate coming to pit road. Donald Ray, Ronald Hammond, Matt Mars, Darrell Wetland. Connolly there in the pits. McDonald is out. Man, I feel bad there for Connolly. Couldn't foresee that one coming. McDonald probably should have just stayed down there on the bottom side of the racetrack farther. Thirty-seven of the 80 complete. Closing in on halfway here. Matt Morrison there third. Nigel there in fourth. Peters there in fifth. Joseph Spillman there sixth. Working here out of turn number 3 into turn number 4. Get ready for the restart. Fred will pull that car down on the pit lane. Barney will grab that green flag, and we will be back. Green flag racing here at Texas Motor Speedway. Off the corner they go. Down here off of the corner. Here you see Chase Matsko bringing it to a start. Clay Sarton there in second. Here comes Matt Morrison down there to the inside now of Sarton. Down here eating the corner number 1. What type of runs he going to have? He gets side by side with Sarton. Gets ahead of him by the timing stick just a little bit. Looks like he might be able to pull ahead of Sarton there. as they roll here off the corner. Look out, Chase. Matt Morrison is coming here to halfway as they roll down here into corner number 3 and 4. He looks to the outside. Going to skate it on up the racetrack, working there off the corner. Chase Matsko down there on the bottom. Matt Morrison up there on top, really putting that pedal down. Here, as you see, Morrison going up there, racing hard. Got Matsko down there on the inside. Morrison really making that outside lane work. We really haven't seen too many passes done the hard way out there on the high side. As Chase Matsko now gets up there, he's going to battle it out, but Sarton is not done yet. He wants a piece of this action as well, as he now is going to help Chase get back down there onto the bottom side and get rolling as they come there off of turn number 4, back onto the front stretch. Sarton now regains second as he gets up there pushing Matsko along. Now he looks to the outside. Here comes the 5 of Peters. I'm hoping that Morrison didn't burn his stuff up too bad as he was trying to battle there for the lead. Down through the back stretch now as they come down here towards turn number 3. Side by side they go here for the lead. Clay Sarton and Matsko. Sarton down there to the inside. Matsko up there on the high side. Sarton cannot quite get there as of yet. Falls back in line. Single file here across the stripe with Chase Matsko leading the race down here in the corner number 1 once again. Sarton now dives a little deeper, going to try to get underneath there, but Matsko slides it on down as well. Going to bring it up a little bit. As Sarton also tries to keep in line there enough to keep that draft working a little bit down the back stretch. Looking to the inside, he gets there to the inside of him, coming here through 3 and 4. Not quite the momentum he's wanting as of yet, but he gets down there. They're side by side coming up here to the line. It's going to be Spartan coming across the line first ahead of Matsko as they come down here into corner number 1. Lap number 42 on the board, so we are officially over halfway here of the race being completed. Working here out of corner number 2 down that back straightaway here towards corner number 3. The Flieger Farm Gaming Xfinity Series brought to you by Freedom Motorsport Alliance. Definitely a lot of clean racing lately as we saw all the laps go green. Wednesday night we saw the greens go green. We saw the race go mostly green at Pocono with a few exceptions of a couple caution flags, mainly turn 1 last week at Pocono. So a lot of these drivers who tried to run last week ended up taking out early in that one as they came through turn 3 and 4. They're coming through turn 3 and 4 here, but at Pocono, they were coming just off of turn 1, lap 1, and a few of the drivers got a little bit throttle happy, didn't realize Pocono does not like cold tires, and drivers spun them coming there out of turn number 2, coming out of turn number 1. And Pocono's a triangle track, so it's got 3 corners, not the standard 4. Down here in Texas, we got 4 corners. And now we see Matsko up there at the high side. Morrison's going to go down below him. Here comes the 7 of Morrison. That was Peters that went under Pete. She's now making a run for the lead. Coming down there towards the stripe, down across into corner number 1. Peters making a good run down there on the bottom side. Morrison now trying to fight his way back. We got some good battles going on back here. You see the 38 of Wentland trying to move his way back up. But Mars get down there to the inside in that number 12 machine. We got that 113 of Hammond trying to move up the board as he gets around William Gay in that number 74. Down here off the corner. Everybody trying to work the best they can. Nigel Steele there in 10th. Joseph Spillman there in 11th. Daryl Whitford there 12th. Mike Rowland in 13th. They head on down here through off of corner number 3 into corner number 4. It's Peters for the lead right now as they keep working here around Texas. Down here through corner number 1 and 2. Trying to keep myself hydrated up here in this booth where I said we have all kind of fans going here. Oh no, Chase Matsko loose. Looks like he's going to end up taking a dive to the inside. And around he goes. Looks like the 113 also involved. No caution. Hammond rolling down there. That engine half blown up. Take another look at it as they stay green. As you see Chase get in that outside wall and just comes down across the nose. Oh man, what a hard hit there to the inside wall. Staying green here. That's going to be an interesting here. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of Chase's night. There they work out of turn number 4, back down around Drew. We are working on our next set of pit stops, I think, as Sarton comes down into pit road. Peters up here in second, Morrison there third. Donald Ray leading it. Biggest mover is Wetland as he is up there in the 5th position now. Up 12 spots. Biggest loser, Graham Connolly in 15th. Down 10 position. No, I'm sorry, scratch out. Our biggest loser is Chase Matsko in 13th position, down 12 spots. As Chase started tonight on the pole, ends up broke in the pits. Matt Morrison there third, here at lap 50, coming off of turn number 4. Now 30 to go. Chase Matsko is going to bring it back out of pit road, back down there on the inside. Want to try to salvage some points. And we see a lot of these drivers up front. They didn't really qualify all that great, but are running up here. For the likes of Matt Mars, who's up 5 positions from where he started. Donald Ray up 6. Really going to hand it to Daryl Whitford, who's up 7 spots, sitting in 7th. PJ Wentland is up 12, sitting in 5th. So he really has had a great night so far. As the 81 there of Nigel comes down through on the pit road. Donald Ray up there, up top. Ryan Peters there second. Matt Morrison there third. Matt Mars fourth. PJ Wentland there fifth. William Gay there sixth. Daryl Whitford there seventh. As they continue down off of here, there you see Donald Ray coming across the stripe here at lap number 53. Should be 26 laps to go here in 2 laps, if I'm counting my laps right. Ryan Peters there in second. Working on down through here. You got that 317 of Jay Davis down on pit road. Still sitting there. You got the 71 of Graham Connolly also sitting on pit road. See who comes in this time by. Nobody. As we're at lap number 54. Next time by should be 26 laps to go here from Texas Motor Speedway for the Fleeger Farm Gaming Xfinity Series or FFG Gaming Xfinity Series. As they come on down through the backstretch, hanging here in the corner number 3. Out front, Donald Ray with Ryan Peters there in second. Morrison there third. Morrison trying to get up there to battle Peters. Down here across the stripe. Now 26 laps to go. Closing in slowly on the finish of the race here tonight. Hopefully everybody's enjoying what they see, what they're watching. It's been a great night, a warm night here in Texas. And we head on down through the front stretch down here in the corner number 1. Oh, I'm sorry, no, corner number 3 rather. The 81 was going into turn number 1, and that's what I got. Kind of was watching. That's Nigel Steely coming back up to speed. William Gay there in 5th. He's down 2 spots from where he started, so it shouldn't hurt him too bad. I mean, he got around Wentland there, dropping Wentland back into 6th. 25 laps to go now here as they come down through corner number 1 and 2. Heading back out onto that backstretch. Here comes Chase. He's going to try to gain something out of this. He's working up there on the top side. Chase might be able to hold on to something, but he's down 3 laps, so he's got some tough work to do. Being 3 laps down, but he's going to try to gain something, I'm sure. And you see William Gay there in the third position. running at number 74. Matt Morrison there in the 7. William Gay there in 3rd. 4th driver of pit road, like with the likes of Ryan Peters, Mike Rowland, Matt Mars, Joseph Spillman. As you saw, Graham Connolly still sitting there on pit road. I don't see the 317 of Davis anymore. So I'm going to assume that Davis exited. Mike Rowland having issues down there on the bottom of the speedway. Donald Ray, Matt Morrison on pit road. Darrell Whitford. As William Gage coming across the line. And out of turn number 2, P.J. Wentland here in 2nd. What a great night there for Wentland as they come here out of the corner. 22 laps to go. Here comes Sarton around off the corner. He's going to keep it out on track. Wentland up there on top now. Did everybody make their second pit stop to make it through to the end? Let's see when their last pit lap was. That'll tell us. Pit lap 35 for Gay and Wentland. I'm not sure they'll be able to make it. I'm assuming they're going to have to make one more stop. Sarton pitted at lap 48, so he could make it. Donald Ray, Morrison are all down there, and as we said, there comes Gay and Wentland in. These drivers are doing everything they can to try to hang on to whatever it is. As you see, here comes Clay Sarton working there off of turn number 2 down that back straightaway. Down here off of corner number 3. Out here off the start finish line is Clay Sarton there with Donald Ray in 2nd. Matt Morrison back here in 3rd. Ryan Peters 5th. Matt Mars in 5th. Ryan Peters there 4th in that number 5 machine. McDonald, Griffin, and Stefanski are out. Graham Connolly came back out on track. He might have a shot at getting in front of Davis as Davis is out. Take Matsko. Your first car a lap down, and I think he's down 2 laps. Oh no, he got 2 of them back, so he's only down a lap. So Matsko did a great job getting 2 laps back through that whole pit cycle stuff. Got himself hanging there in 12th still. And Clay Sarton working there off the corner. We missed Donald Ray getting around him. Donald Ray's in that number 19. Really great, leading the race right now. Morrison there 3rd. So Sarton, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh man, another hit to the outside wall. That time with the 6th machine of Mike Rowland. As they work down here through off the corner. You see Rowland go up there to the high side. There goes Sarton down there on the inside. Spillman back here in 9th right now. 16 laps to go. as they roll here out of 4. It's now 15 to go. Thank you again, everybody that's tuned in and watching here at Flicker Farm TV on the pole as we head on down through here. Everybody, what a great job tonight here on the racetrack and in the pits for these drivers to keep the pit stops going the way they need to. I don't know if anybody's really made a big issue of pit road tonight. I know last week at Pocono there was a couple drivers that ended up with a speeding penalty there on pit road. Morrison there second, Clay Sarton there third, Ryan Peters now up to third as he gets around Sarton. Sarton drops back, look out, here comes Matt Mars. He's going to get up there and battle for that fourth position now. That 113 of Ronald Hammond, he's about to go lap down here to these guys. Already a lap down to Donald Ray. Nigel Steele back on pit road. Here with 14 laps to go. Seeing Matt Mars there running for it right there behind Ryan Peters, trying to get up there to battle to see if he can get on the podium here tonight. Donald Ray doing a great job, up 6 positions. Matt Morrison up 4. Matt Mars up 5. Ryan Peters up 1. So all these drivers up here in the top 4 have all gained positions. Darrell Whitford, he's back here in 7th. Wetland back here in 9th. Our biggest big mover of the race with 8 spots. And the race isn't quite over yet, so he could end up getting another one. As he set sights on Joseph Spillman in that number 41. Down here through corner number 3 and 4 for these drivers. They work on down there. As the leaders work off a 2 back down that back stretch. Ryan Peters there in 3rd. Matt Mars there 4th. Clay Spartan there in 5th. William Gay 6th. Darrell Whitford back there at 7th. PJ Wetland 8th. Joseph Spillman 9th. I mean, man, what a night of racing it's been. These drivers really putting on a show the best they can. See Spillman there trying to get up there. As he's running there at 9th. Would like to try to get up a little farther. Whitford getting around him. Wetland gets around Whitford. That's going to move him up in the 7th spot. I must say, that 38, if he can keep it under him, he's got a decent car there. I just don't know if the crew strategy played into the favor as he's come on strong at the end of every pit cycle. Donald Ray, as we said, out front. Morrison there in 2nd. Ryan Peters there 3rd. Matt Mars there 4th. Clay Sarton there 5th. William Gay there 6th with PJ Wetland in 7th. Darrell Whitford there in 8th. Joseph Spillman in 9th. As they all work down through here off the corner. Back onto the front stretch. Donald Ray up here in front. We got the 113 Hammond back on pit road. 9 laps to go. So head on down through corner number 1. Kind of split up into 2, maybe 3 groups here. As you see with Will Gay, number 74, sitting here in 6th. Wetland there trying to chase him down. But I don't think that's going to happen as Wetland is leading this pack into corner number 1. And behind him, Darrell Whitford, Joseph Spillman. You got the 8th there. Trying to figure out who that 8 was. Got Nigel there. I thought I saw a number 8 out there, but I could be completely wrong. Thought I saw black number 8. Oh, there it is. Number 81. So it is Nigel. It's just whenever I was seeing it at the side of the car, I didn't quite see the 1 at first. That's the 81 of Nigel Steele. Seven laps to go for Donald Ray as he works there out of turn number 2. The 81 there of Nigel Steele getting around Wetland at the moment, but he's a lap behind Wetland. Heading on down through into corner number 1. Always driving now out of 2 down that backstretch. You're seeing at 38. Trying to catch the most excitement on the racetrack. You see the number 12, Matt Mars, trying to gain on the 5 of Brian Peters. Matt's go up into the outside wall again. And again. Struggling there to keep it down off. Hits it again there, coming off a 4. Matsko really starting to struggle here. In the late race. Really hanging it out there. You kind of see that car drifting sideways through the corner. Definitely doing all he can to wheel that car around the racetrack. He's guiding it back up there to the outside, coming there off a 4. He's going to end up sliding it back into that outside wall again. Does keep it off this time, as it's now 4 to go down here into corner number 1. Out of 2, Donald Ray still your leader. Matt Morrison there in 2nd. Brian Peters 3rd. Matt Mars there for it. William Gay 5th. Clay Sarton 6th. PJ Wentland there 7th. Then they work on down here into corner number 1 and 2 for some of these drivers. 3 and 4 for others, like Donald Ray, that comes here out of 4, leading the race. Matt Morrison here 2nd. Brian Peters there in 3rd with Matt Mars there for it. Got a few yellow cars up here. And they got Mars, Peters, and Morrison all running yellow of some sort on their cars. 3 laps to go. Ray works down the backstretch. Closing into the end of this race. Leaguer Farm Xfinity Series. Sponsors are up there in the top right corner. I want to thank Admin Box. We want to thank Track Cams for all the work they do, putting work into the cameras. Matt Morrison there in 2nd with Ray out front. 2 laps to go. Here comes Ray off of turn number 4. Coming to grab the white flag off of Barney. Down across the stripe. Donald Ray out there. Now down into corner number 1. The 66 Clay Sarton on pit road. Issues for Clay Sarton. We see Donald Ray coming out of 2 for the last time down here in the 3 and 4. Morrison there in 2nd with Peters in 3rd. Everybody kind of spread out. Everybody's going to kind of finish where you see them almost. They work here off of 4. Here comes Donald Ray. He's going to be your winner coming across the line. Matt Morrison in 2nd with Ryan Peters in 3rd. What a great night here of racing from these guys. They head on down 3. Matt Mars there in 4th. William Gay 5th. We're waiting for the official results to come in. Donald Ray brings home the win here tonight. Gotta wait and see what the there we go. There comes the finishing order. Donald Ray, your winner with Matt Morris in 2nd. Ryan Peters there 3rd. Matt Mars there 4th. William Gay 5th. PJ Wentland there 6th. Darrell Whitford there 7th. Joseph Philman 8th. Nigel Steely there 9th. Clay Sarton there 10th. Chase Matsko 11th. Mike Rowland there 12th. Ronald Hammond there 13th. Jay Davis in 14th. Graham Connolly 15th. Matt McDonald in 16th. Shane Griffin there in 17th. Steve Stepanski there in 18th. That is your finishing order here for this night of racing. We got Ryan Peters here finishing 3rd. Can we find these drivers? There we go. Ryan Peters. Good evening, Ryan. How's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. A little warm, but doing all right.
Yeah. In Indiana, it's hot. Very hot.
Yeah, one of the thermostats around the house today said 105.
That's getting it.
So, but congrats there. You got third tonight. Kind of take us through. How'd you think the car felt tonight?
I didn't feel very fast in practice compared to everybody else. I think I was running like 7th or 8th, but I found a way to save tires. I don't think I had anything for Donald, and Matt Morrison just saved tires really, really well. I think he needed one more caution. He probably had a good chance there, but Donald's really, really good. Matt Morrison, glad to race with him, and congratulations to William Gay on the championship. I mean, what a great season! Just an overall tremendous season.
You had a great night there. And it looked like your pit stops went off with too much issues as well, which probably helped you tonight, keeping that third spot alive. I mean, great job to finish out season 1 here of the Xfinity Series. You're looking forward to season 2?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're getting new people, we're getting fast people. So finished second in this season, winning Gen 4. Now it's just going to be that much more difficult. But the good thing is we've had good green flag racing, and I can't understate that enough. The work these admins have been putting in it's been fruitful, and hopefully for you, it's been fun to watch these battles all over the track.
Yeah, sometimes nights it gets stretched out. Other nights it's just battling all over the place, and it's tough to find out where to watch. So I mean, it's all track to track, week to week. You never know where everybody's strong suit is. But it's been a great season to watch, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Adam, and do a great job, and we'll be glad to have you back for Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays.
All righty. Well, you got sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for helping you get third place tonight?
Yeah, just FMA, awesome league. I mean, if you're not a part of it and it's your first time watching, this is probably the best place you could ever be. So I want to thank everybody for that. Graham, Chase, all the admins, Mark. So just a great run. Glad to do it, and it'll be really, really fun next season. I think we're going to have a hellacious competition.
All right, well, congrats, and hopefully we'll see you during season 2 of the Xfinity Series, and also around in possibly other series here at FMA.
Yes, sir. I'll be there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Peters, and I'm glad you had some great race tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Adam. God bless everyone.
All right. Now, we're trying to see if we can find Matt. Matt Morrison, I don't see. Donald Ray, I don't see that one either. So either one of you guys are watching, maybe next time stick around in Discord till the end here. We'll try to get with you, maybe pre-race next time I'm around, as I'll be out of town. So unfortunately, to give all the viewers a heads up, we will not be broadcasting the Gen 4 this week or next week, and we won't be broadcasting the Xfinity Sunday and next. So pretty much I'm out of town for the next 12 days starting Wednesday, so it'll be interesting to see. So if you're wondering where the broadcast is these next 12 days, that would be why. We will be here tomorrow night for the GT3, so make sure to stay tuned. Hopefully the booth pulls off some, and we'll be comfortable. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate everybody that comes out and watches, everybody that comes out and races. Great league, great green flag racing action here at FMA. If you're interested, please contact us, and we'll get you squared away. Thanks again for everyone for watching.